Hello everyone, I hope you are in a good condition. Before I start, I will introduce our group one by one. My name is Syafiya Rika Nisaba and my friend is Delvina Dwi Sherlin. Today, we will promotion about the benefit of joining UNICEF volunteer. The United Nations Children Fund or UNICEF is an organization under the United Nations. UNICEF is a specialized agency of the United Nations or UN devoted to assist the national effort to improve the health, nutrition, education, and general well-being of children. UNICEF focus is particularly on the least developed countries and in emergency situations. The UNICEF organization was founded on December 11, 1946 and is headquartered in New York, United States. UNICEF exists in 190 countries and territories to ensure the safety and rights of children. In December 1950, the United Nations General Assembly changed the mandate of UNICEF to respond to the unresolved but urgent needs of the countless children in development countries. To fulfill its mandate, UNICEF cooperates with the other UN agencies, which have several missions, including creating a healthy world situation, eradicating poverty and malnutrition, eradicating illiteracy, and trying to get children to get basic education, creating physical environment, social, psychological good for the growth and development of children. The UN General Assembly mandated UNICEF to assist children living in poverty, particularly in development countries, until finally, in October 1953, the United Nations General Assembly decided the UNICEF should become a permanent body within the United Nations dealing with children issues. UNICEF mandate is basically the same as when it was given, namely to protect children's life and promote their development. UNICEF plays a role as a provider of health service, clean water and sanitation, quality education, prevention and treatment of HIV for mother and babies, as well as protecting children and adolescents from violence and exploitation. UNICEF has concentrated most of its effort in areas where at relatively small expenditures can have a significant impact on the life on disadvantaged children. Prevention and treatment of disease in children is part of the UNICEF program. UNICEF also supports immunization program for childhood disease and programs to prevent the spread of HIV/AIDS. The agency also provides funds for health service, educational facilities, and other welfare services. UNICEF review comes from contribution from governments and intergovernmental agencies, non-governmental organizations, and individuals, all of which enter UNICEF public funding source.
Okay, there are 5 purposes of the UNICEF. First, maintaining a high level of child welfare around the world requires that every child obtains their rights, as outlined in the 1959 Declaration of the Rights of the Child, and that they are entitled to everything they require for their country's development. Okay, second, pay attention to child development, particularly in the developing countries, which emphasize the importance of developing country government developing long-term policy for children and young people in their countries, which must be supported by international development strategies, particularly women and children. Item to the third is pay more attention to children's basic needs so that they can reach their full potential, especially for children who are in poor socio-economic situation and victims of natural disasters or victims of imposed domestic policies, as well as children with physical and mental disabilities. And item to the fourth, UNICEF's experience in developing child-related policies and programs can help in the development of global targets and principles in the economic and social spheres, as well as development strategies. And the last is UNICEF is guided by the Convention on the Rights of their child, or we can say that CRC, and the Convention on the Right of the Child when implementing its programs. This is so that children's rights, as stated in the UN General Assemblies in 1989 Statement on the Right of the Child, can enjoy their basic rights and privileges while also contributing to national development in each country. Now, I jump to the vision of the UNICEF. First, make the world a better place for all children by ensuring that they have access to education that allows them to develop their unique abilities. Second, defend and uphold children's rights by assisting them in achieving self-fulfillment. The third is achieving gender equality and ensuring equal access to basic social services such as healthcare and education. 4. Lower poverty rates across the board. Alright, I jump to the mission of the UNICEF. First is defending children's rights and demanding gender equality and next in the eyes of the world. Second, assert that the survival, protection, and development of children is a universal development goal that is beneficial to the advancement of human life. As a result, UNICEF pays close attention to the global problem of children's education. Okay, the third is align resources between the governments and the states' will a focus on the developing world's will. Fourth, gives full commitment to ensuring special protection of children who have been harmed by war, poverty, disability, natural disaster, and all forms of child violence and exploitation. Fifth, it also seeks to uphold the rights of children as an ethnical principles and international standard for children's behavior through the Convention on the Rights of the Child. Okay, the function of the UNICEF. First, provide guidance and alternative solution for countries with child-related issues. Second, assist in the planning and implementation of child welfare efforts by providing advice and assistance. And the third is cross-country support exercises for UNICEF social workers. And the fourth is coordination of small-scale AIDS projects to improve methods. 5. Organizing large-scale projects. The sixth is collaborate with international partners to provide assistance to developing countries. The UNICEF have the tasks. There are 8 tasks. First is UNICEF carries out the UN General Assembly's mandate to support the protection of the children's freedom rights, as well as to assist children in meeting their basic needs and to provide them with as many opportunities to develop their talents as abilities. The second is UNICEF intends to align with country programming demand equal right for women and fully support their participation in the society's political, social, and economic development. And the third task is UNICEF works to protect children's right to freedom in accordance with the universally applicable principle of ethics and behavior outlined in the Convention of the Rights of the Child. And I jump to the fourth task is, according to UNICEF, the defense, protection, and development of children is a universal development that is critical to humanity's progress. Alright, in the fifth task is UNICEF raises political awareness and mobilizes material resources to help countries develop, particularly developing countries, ensure that the motto first call for children is follow that children's abilities to form appropriate policies and reunite separated children with their families are developed. And the sixth task is UNICEF provides special protection for children who have been victims of war or natural disasters, as well as children who have been exposed to squalor, all forms of violence, exploitation, and disability. And the seventh task is In times of the crisis, UNICEF steps in to help protect children's right to regime. And the last is UNICEF is an international organization that works together without prejudice. As a result, UNICEF is focusing its efforts on children and developing countries.
There are many benefits to joining the volunteers of UNICEF. First, provide a lot of experience benefits. In carrying out duties as UNICEF volunteers, we will meet many different people. This meeting will give us a lot of experience starting from the stories of each person we meet or an incident in the activity. Second, build a sense of self-empathy and be more sensitive to environment. Most people think that empathy is not needed in the world of college or the world of work. In fact, by having a high sense of empathy, you will find it easier to establish relationships with other people and of course can make it easier for yourself to build relationships with other people, both in college and the world of work. Third, multiply connections. When you participate in volunteer activities, you will meet many new people from various backgrounds and different areas. Usually, fellow volunteer members will continue to communicate even though their volunteer period is over. You can take advantage of this opportunity to establish good relationship with fellow members and expand your connection. And fourth, increase self-confidence. By participating in many volunteer activities, you will be familiar with various committee activities such as managing rundown activities, managing organization finance, leading a team meeting, and making agreement with outside parties, and much more. This will certainly make you more confident and later can help prepare yourself to be ready to enter the world of work with a lot of experience.
My name is Syafiya and I'm student from IPIREL in the 4th semester. And my opinion about UNICEF, or what we know as the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, is as people know that UNICEF is an international organization that focuses on providing humanitarian assistance and long-term development to children and their mother in developing countries. And as far as I am concerned, Indonesia also participates in this organization. One of the concrete evidence of UNICEF's existence in helping Indonesian children, such as providing teaching programs for areas that need help, and various other programs that want to help the welfare of children and their mothers. And UNICEF can also invite teenagers to be aware and care about system by participating in volunteering in this organization.
Hello everyone, my name is Vidara Harimurti. So right now I will give my opinion about UNICEF. So far, as I know that UNICEF is an international organization under the supervision of the United Nations, and many countries are involved in this organization, including our own country, namely Indonesia. So far as I'm concerned, UNICEF is also an organization that strives to help realize the right of children and women around the world. And UNICEF doesn't want the right of children and women to lag far behind the times. Just as they don't want children to go to school, they don't want a lot of toddlers to die from financial factor. Not do they help children to immunize so that they can meet and be immune from various viruses. And most importantly, in my opinion, their goal is to prosper children and women from bullying and various factors that threaten their human rights.
First call for children.